Who doesn't love barbecue sauce? Today I'm going to show you a homemade barbecue sauce and different ways you can use it, so stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch solution. On my channel you're going to find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes that are no oil and gluten-free. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. And for more plant-based content, you can follow me on Instagram at Chew on Vegan. And if you're new to this way of eating or feel like you need some support, I started a Facebook group. And there you will find like-minded people, recipes, inspiration, and support. And if you're still not convinced that a plant-based diet is right for you, I created a short little e-guide that explains the benefits of a plant-based diet. And please sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every other month, and in my newsletter I address different topics. Some are from a nursing perspective, and you'll find tips, tricks, and recipes. I will leave a link to all these resources, including Dr. John McDougall's book, The Starch Solution, in the description box below. As I said in the intro, I'm going to show you a homemade barbecue sauce, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways to use them. I'm also going to show you a tahini dressing that you can have in the fridge as well. And I will show you some ways that you can use these items so you can throw meals together that are quick and easy. So let's get started. So first we're going to make this really easy barbecue sauce. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos, teaspoon of white vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, three to 4 tablespoons of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you would like it, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a little squeeze of lemon. Then we're going to whisk this together. And I forgot a key ingredient here. About 1/8 of a teaspoon of liquid smoke. Now you can whisk it up. You're going to want to give it a taste and see if you need to adjust the sweetness. If you want it a little bit more tangy, you can add some more vinegar, so that's up to you. You could also add some black pepper as well. So the first way we're going to use this barbecue sauce is I'm going to make some barbecue chickpeas, which you can use in a salad or you could just have it for a snack. And I just rinsed and drained 1 can. And then I'm going to add a couple tablespoons to start. And you just want to make sure they're coated. Okay, now this is enough for me, so I'm going to just use the 2 tablespoons. Then I have a little baking sheet that I've lined with parchment paper. And hopefully you'll get it on the parchment paper. And then you just want to spread them out. So these are going to go into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to toss them around and then broil them for 2 to 3 minutes just to get them a little crispy on the top. So the next way we're going to use the barbecue sauce is I've got some pre-steamed potatoes. I just made these in my Instant Pot, put them on for 10 minutes, did a quick release, and they're perfect. I do poke a little hole in it, help release the steam. So I'm going to take this one and maybe a smaller one, and then I'm going to cut them up, and then I'm going to coat them in the barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to put them in the air fryer. So while the chickpeas are cooking, I'm going to have these cooking in the air fryer. So we're just going to cut these up in little chunks. And this is the beauty of having pre-cooked potatoes, so you can throw something like this together. So I'll put these in a bowl. And you can cut them up whatever size you want, of course. Okay, again, we're going to add a couple tablespoons of the barbecue sauce. And we're just going to stir these around, get them coated. I'm also going to season with a little more onion powder and garlic powder. And if you wanted to put these in the oven, you could do that as well on a lined baking sheet, same temperature as the chickpeas, 400 degrees. They'll probably take a little bit longer, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your crispiness. So I'm going to throw these in the air fryer for about 12 minutes. I will check them at 12. If they need to go a little longer, then we'll go 15. So we're going to be putting those chickpeas and those potatoes into a salad. So I'm going to make a quick little tahini dressing. And I know what you're all thinking, tahini is so high on the calorie density scale. Very true, but we're not going to use that much. If you are still in weight loss mode, then you may want to skip this and use whatever dressing you like. But if you're in maintenance like I am, I'm fine with eating this once in a while. So I've got the leftover barbecue sauce, which is about a tablespoon. So we're going to make like a barbecue tahini. So we'll add a half a cup of tahini. And then in here we have garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. And I'll leave exact measurements below. And then we're going to put a couple tablespoons of maple syrup. Again, you're going to want to taste this and make sure that it's the sweetness you like, or I would start with 2 tablespoons. Let's whisk this together. And then I'm going to add some water to thin it out. And this is another way to kind of lower the calorie density. So I put in about a 1/4 cup of water till you get the consistency that you like. And then go ahead and taste it and see if that is to your liking. You may have to adjust some of the spices. So I added another half a tablespoon of maple syrup and a little bit more salt. I'm also going to add a little squeeze of lemon. It just needs a little bit of lemon. And you can add more water if you want it thinner than this. So as soon as the chickpeas and the potatoes are ready, we will build that salad. And I'll show you how easy it is to throw this all together. So just going to make a quick little salad here. I'm using a bag salad mix. This is an herb salad mix. Like to put a big handful in there. And I think I've shown you this trick before. Cut it down. If you cut it with these scissors or a knife or whatever, you can fit more in the bowl and it's easier to eat. Just makes it a little bit more manageable. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of dressing before I put anything else on. So I'm just going to put that on. And then I'm going to give it a good toss. I find that if I toss it really well, I don't need as much dressing because this distributes it evenly. So when you think you're done tossing, keep tossing. Then you can decide if you need more, which I will put a little bit more in once I put in the tomatoes, cucumber, and red onion. All right, so we'll put the cucumber on, tomatoes, and the red onion. Again, any combo of salad fixings that you like is perfect. Now I'm going to add the potatoes and the chickpeas. Then I will put on another tablespoon of dressing. So it goes over the chickpeas and the potatoes. So although this is a higher calorie density dressing, I only use 2 tablespoons. And doesn't that look perfect? You've got your 50-50 plate all in one here. So I only used a couple tablespoons of the dressing, and now I have all this left over, so I can use this all through the week. And then here is the finished product. It looks so good. And what I love is you've got that barbecue sauce flavor going through the chickpeas, the potatoes, and the dressing. So it's yummy. Okay, let's give this a taste. I got a chickpea on here. That dressing is so good. And you don't need a lot, because the chickpeas and the potatoes already have a lot of flavor. I have to taste one of these potatoes. So perfect. Oh my gosh. You gotta try this one, gang. So good. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you've made it this far, please comment below with chickpeas, and that way I know you've made it to the end, and I really appreciate your support. And if you like this video, if you got value, if you found it helpful, please hit the like button. That really helps my channel grow. So just remember to keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. If you wanted to, you could use a barbecue sauce, a pre-made barbecue sauce, as long as it's no oil. If you really wanted to make it simple, but this barbecue sauce is so easy, and you can use it for the chickpeas and the potatoes and the dressing. So well worth it. And just a reminder that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you. Who doesn't love barbecue sauce? What's wrong with my voice? And in my newsletter, I address different topics. Some are from a nursing perspective. You'll find tips, trips. Some are from a nursing perspective. So let's give this a taste. Get a few chickpeas in there. That wasn't very ladylike. Let's try that again.